Hello and welcome. Just making sure I'm recording the windows. Yeah, spot on. Absolutely spot on. Right, yes, I've done the course. We are going to... in fact, you know something? I'm going to do this myself. Oh, only I think I'm a little bit too close to that. I'm going to scrape the paint on that. I'm that close. Oh, am I actually? I am, yeah. This Agras is the map that actually challenged the gaming laptop, which I'm on at the minute, but it does seem to be handling it quite well. Yeah, JMGaming I think has got rid of whatever was causing the issues right back at the beginning. Yeah, I've got a lot to say, so yeah, we're on canola, that's right. Yeah, I have literally, ooh, yeah, now what I'm going to do, now I want to go on Zelonka. I'm gonna go on that. I go on all of those. I always have done. I did Silver Run, which broke my tradition of not going on to any forestry map. Yeah, literally that was the one that I thought, well, yeah, if you're gonna have to do this, that's gonna be, you know, if you're gonna have to not, you know, keep your sort of thing about doing that, and you're gonna do that as a one-off, then we'll leave it. But Zelonka, I'm interested in doing Zelonka, but I'm going to let you decide what I'm going to do, because I was thinking today on the way back from work, I was thinking, I think I'm going to do 2 Let's Plays, and this is what I'm thinking. I'm not saying this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to be decided by yourselves. I was going to do a new farmer start, but then everyone's going to do a new farmer start. But then it is also interesting in so much as it's a brand new farm, but then it's just as interesting if you do it at a start from scratch or a new farmer start. So I think, but then that's me. Yeah, now to be honest, I create content. I love doing it, I really do, but I really do create content to sort of please other people in a way. I don't mean I get great pleasure from creating content, but yeah, it really matters to me what you guys and gals think. So I was going to do 2. Now I think I'm going to start off with doing 2, because it's not always as cut and dry as me saying, oh, I'll do it start from scratch, and everyone hates start from scratch, so therefore they're all gonna, yeah, because I've got a couple of ideas. This is not gonna be the run of the norm anyway, the run of the mill, no, the norm, no, that's it's, yeah, either way, it really isn't going to be the normal thing that I would do. It's literally, I'm going to do a story on this one. The start from scratch, I've already, it's obviously based upon Poland, which is a poor area. I'm also going to go into whatever start I do, something that I think I mentioned this last session on ChatGPT, and that is agroforestry. Yeah, it's I saw Daggerwin do this a long time ago on one of his sessions, and I thought, what is he doing? He's planting trees, like boulevards of trees in the middle of his... Well, he was doing agroforestry, so yeah. So I've looked into it and seen all the different schemes that you can do, and that is one of them. Then there's like little type garden areas that you do, and then there's probably one of the most common, because it's the most easy to implement, and you see it a lot on Farming Simulator, and that is to stick a lot of trees around the edges of your fields, because it stops a lot of soil erosion and things like that. So I didn't understand any of that, and I did my research, and I thought, thank you ChatGPT for like suggesting agroforestry. I'm going to do a little bit of research. So I did. So both Let's Plays probably would eventually do that, but the start from scratch, I really do want to start from scratch, but I would like to give myself one piece of equipment and probably a little tiny bit of land, but whatever's going to be left is probably no money, to try to figure out. Might leave ourselves 10 grand or something silly, but again, these are all ideas that I'm kicking around to. Oh, did I miss? So that didn't like that patch there. Let's try that again, because that really does. I can't see why that would not take, but it definitely doesn't like it. Why? Oh, well, okay, this time it does. Yeah, so I'm obviously new farmer start. I'm going to do exactly as you would do, exactly as everybody sort of would think. So yeah, it really is, as far as I'm concerned, going to be decided upon, because I can't do 2 Let's Plays forever. So I could easily knock up a few sort of 5 or 6 sessions of each, and then basically after those 5 or 6 of each, I'm going to go with one of the 2 Let's Plays And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to let you, guys and gals, be the deciding force on which one we stick with. So, I mean, obviously, it really is just... Oh, it is missing little bits. Now, I can't remember it doing this last time. Perhaps I'm going a little bit too fast, although I don't really know why. I don't know why it would miss that patch there. But yeah, so really, the deciding... Oh, no, that's not quite... Not done it yet. So you basically get to decide my fate and the fate of the farm. Yeah, really, I was sort of thinking, I think it's the best way for me to handle it, because that way I'm not going to decide, I'll let you decide, and also based upon the storyline itself and the content that's created, I'm going to let you decide. So it's not really as simple as saying, I hate Start From Scratch or I hate New Farmer Start, because it might be different to what you expect, because I'm trying to play in character even with both Let's Plays, although it's harder to do in New Farmer because you're already given a set of things. Now, what I was trying to think of on the New Farmer, on the Start From Scratch, was I am also going to, in fact, even on the New Farm, I am still not going to go with, if I'm going to try to do something that I saw Mr. CLP do a long time ago, and at the time, no, I didn't understand it, even back then. Obviously, it's Eastern European, Czechoslovakia, Poland. I mean, it really is a Polish area, but the thing is said to be European, and they're the two areas that really are sort of keep being mentioned. So if it's either Czech or Polish or a bit of a mix of the two. So I'm going to go with that. Both poor areas as a rule of thumb. I mean, again, as a rule of thumb, not everybody's poor in any of these countries. I'm quite sure there are some really very rich Polish people and some really very rich Czechoslovakian people, but the farming tends to be on the poorer side. Also, the equipment, I'm not saying it's limited, but what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to depict the stuff that you would get in the area, so it would be, to begin, I don't mean there's no imports of John Deere or all the rest of it, but I'd like to, especially at the beginning, to use equipment that would be German or European, especially like Eastern Bloc. Nah, that's an old-fashioned word now, really. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, from that sort of place, though, basically. So HTZ, all of those type of things, Zeta, yeah, even a bit Deutzfahr, anything like that. I've already got an idea earlier about what I was going to do with the one piece of equipment. It's not going to be super strong. I'm not going to start with a 350 horsepower. It would be a little tiny. I'm not saying it's going to be a 50 horsepower or anything silly like that. I'm not going to do a old-fashioned farming sort of scenario like that. But I am going to go with basically. Did I do the animals? Please tell me I did the animals. I'm sure I did. No, I vaguely remember it. Yeah. I do apologise as well, because this isn't everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes Agres Balconies, but it's the only one I'm running at the minute. Now, I have still got a few Saxondale. I'm not doing any more of that. I think I've got up to about episode 9, so I'm going to post those. Also, I started to look at my Bally Springs. I was going to say Ballykiss then, after Ballykiss Angel, but yeah, Bally Springs. And I do agree. I honestly don't know. I know why. I looked at episode 1 and 2, and I've got to be honest. I know why I haven't posted it. It's really out of character. I'm really not a terribly critical person, but I really got my moaning head on it, and I think that's why. I think I'd be almost ashamed to post it. So what I thought was, the content's good. It really is, and I mean, I do still stick to the fact that I'm glad I did what I did with redesigning the farmyard, and some of what I said was alright, but it was a little bit slaty of all the hard work, and it's a beautiful map, it really is. And a Glenga Boy and I can't remember the other mod at present. Yeah, those two deserve far better. Oh, it almost popped in my head then. Far better. All the effort they put. Now then, lift it while you're doing that. Yeah, all of the effort they put in, I am appreciative of. But you wouldn't have thought it if, I'd really got my moaning head on. I don't mean I was not. It's out of character for me, and I'm me, so I know what's out of character. I mean, I do moan a little bit. Ooh, that did another one of those skips. I do moan a little bit, but I try to be balanced. Always have done. So I'm not. a modern politically correct person. If I think something's bad, I'm not going to absolutely slate it, because I've got to be honest, I'm a great respecter of the fact of every single modder that has built a map, especially, and I mean, yeah, Bally Springs is a beautiful map. I did recognise that very, very early on, that a lot of effort had gone. There's a lot of textures, all that type of thing. They've put hours into that. There were a few things, I do concur with what I'd said, that sort of spoilt a little bit the great efforts they'd gone to, but really, I don't. Oh, yeah, that is. It's really not wanting to cover that, no matter how slowly I do that. Okay, well, we'll try and do that. Yeah, it's weird because I'm sure we didn't have this problem before. Ah, we didn't have this. We did it with a 6 meter. This is true. Yes, it is actually. Right, so then, yeah, let's just see if we can actually do anything with that at all. Let's go quite large with the landscaping and do a bit of big soften, and let's put the intensity up. It's the one thing you can do that actually doesn't truthfully do too much. Now you can see that that's really seriously eating the money. Again, I like the last time I did this, I really don't see what it's doing, but just because I can't see that it's doing something, Gordon Bennett, doesn't mean it's not doing something. Right, okay. Now then, let's just try that again. And if it doesn't do anything, it's totally... Oh, I can see the lay of the land, though. Really? It's more like that. Well, that did do something. Even if I couldn't see what it did. Ooh, maybe not quite as much as I thought, though. Wow, look at that. Whoa. No. Well, I don't get that. That is, why is it doing that sort of weird buckling thing when it's like that? Ugh. That is really strange. That is actually doing something weird in the bit where it meets. I don't seriously think there's only one way you're going to handle that. And that is if you actually did do a little bit of leveling there. So, do you know, it's just going to be, that's going to be a bit of a dead spot. I can see it now. When you look down that way, that is really, really quite terrible. It is. And I can imagine the 6 meter would get away with that far more than this. Yeah, so yes, you are going to be the deciding force. We're literally going to ask for a show of hands as to which ones you prefer. I mean, it doesn't have to be a monstrous comment. I know a lot of people like myself are really shy and are not massive commenters. But even if you just said start from scratch or new farmer, that would be good enough for me. I wouldn't need an explanation. It's almost a show of hands. Yeah. Oh, I always do it a little bit quick. I've pretty much done it, and I always do that. Yeah, I've got it down. That's down. Yeah, so I can understand. It is amazing. Obviously, the 6 meter versus the 14.4 really is. There's different things. So I'd like to go through till tomorrow morning. The thing I am trying to do, and the reason I'm trying so hard, is I promised I'd do Agros Balconies, but I can't run too many things. I've done an episode of White Farm the other day. I want to keep the American map going whilst we do. But I also want to give Sri Lanka, especially if I'm doing 2 for a little while. I need to have all the others not going. So I am going back to White Farm, but for the first couple of weeks of Sri Lanka, I am going to be concentrating on Sri Lanka. And I will, by that stage, I will have run out of Saxthorpe, which is the new English map that we're going to do. I finished Maypole, so I kept my promise. I do love that. I've done a few. Yeah, literally talking to Cavalier Roy, replying to his comment they did the other day, a few days ago. I'd not got round to responding. And he was on about Glenleith, and I hope that he enjoy it. And I basically said, I've had to drag myself from it and do the because obviously that's going to be the English map after the next one, but I was having such fun doing the pilot, and we got such a strong like show of equipment to begin with. It was almost like the best possible sales that you could ever have. I mean, obviously it's all yeah, you'll see it when I do release it, but I had so much fun that I was literally, I think I'm up to about episode 7, and I thought you're not really supposed to be doing this. You were supposed to be doing just a pilot. So yeah, I've dragged myself off, and I'm refusing to do any more until we're actually on Glenleithan, because obviously we're on Saxthorpe really. And then I had a comment about Saxthorpe as well, saying that how beautiful it was, and I concur. It is a glorious, beautiful map. And also, again, it's sometimes on a Let's Play, everything falls into place. You pick the right field and something. I mean, it starts off obviously as we're in debt. I mean, a massive amount of debt. I've only ever done one, £750,000 in debt. We started off. No, I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, but let's just say things didn't quite go the way that I thought they would. Yeah. Which is a little bit like Westbridge Hills. Yeah, it is, but only this time I've carried on, and it's not, it's just a good turn of events really, and that's all I'm going to say. I'll let you you decide on Saxthorpe, but it is beautiful, a beautiful map. The fields that we've got, I don't regret not sticking with the original ones. It isn't really a start from scratch though, in the truest of sense. All it is I've moved the farm. I didn't want to do the same as everybody else. I also wanted it to fit the storyline about us selling our original fields, and obviously all I left myself was one field, because my gran had sold off all of the farm to pay debts, and still hadn't managed to pay off all the debts. Now this one, I did say though, this one was really lent itself, was almost, I don't think I hardly touched this, apart from the fact that and then that wasn't because of the field was difficult. I think I lowered it over there so that the grape thing was better. Yeah, I remember I did do that, but only just because it was a bit unbelievable the way that I'd done it. So yeah, so what I'm really saying is, I know not everybody is a massive fan of Agres Balconies, but it is all that I'm sort of doing on fresh content at the minute. But I have got a few bits and bobs like Saxthorpe, as I say, and I've got the White Farm one, which I'm hoping to post tonight. So this will be a few days out. I'm always when I speak, obviously you're going to realise that that'll probably be done before you even sort of see this episode released. So in some ways, it's a little bit disjointed, because yeah, I'll sort of post this a little bit after that. But yeah, anybody who ever followed all the content would sort of get the... I think I've got to get better at channel news, and really release something so that you've all got a better idea of what's going on with the channel, really. I also need to make a new channel, the first channel sort of video that people see, and I know a lot of people have had a look at it, the channel ideas and that type of thing, because they haven't changed an awful lot, but obviously some of it was like I've only been creating content for like 6 months. Well, as YouTube reminded me the other day, your channel's birthday. Yeah, I mean I've been doing this now for quite a while. Not that makes it is fantastic, but yeah, I'd like to get us to go through till tomorrow. Now then, we need to lime, I believe. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we should whip over with our super duper amazing... Oh! Wow, it was a PH. No, this is what I say. You could do it. You could easily not do this, and it's not going to affect anything for the worse. To be honest though, I think this will probably be our last year. I do think, I don't mean... Yeah, we're going to see this, all of what we've planted out. I don't think we will be like replanting again. So do you know, for once I might actually just go with that and just keep things as they are. I don't think that's a bad idea. I do still concur about... I thought you weren't doing this on because you was going to extend the field. This is actually quite true. We can still do that. Yeah, this is the session, really, this field. So, do you know, I concur with what I've just said. Yeah, we also need to empty that out. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm full of ideas. I was thinking about what I was going to do with Zilonka, because I do want it to be different. I want it to sort of reflect the area. And that doesn't mean to say that, again, I would like to reflect quite a poor farmer. Yeah, really. And I don't mean everybody in Poland or Czechoslovakia is like that, but yeah, I'd like to do it where it is tough. Ooh. No, I don't need that yet. We just said we're not going to do that, but I do need to bring it out because the ear's in the way of the plough. Yeah, it is true. I do concur. There's no real point. Again, there's one thing where Mr. CLP carries on exactly. I know I mentioned Mr. CLP a lot, but it's only because of the respect for him and the way that he creates his content. And although we're different, yeah, that's one way we are different, where logic and expedience, I can't see the point in me doing something. If the farm was going to suffer because of my behaviour, then I would literally, yeah, we would do that. Allow create fields. Yeah, I wouldn't do it, but I'm not sure as well. We may have to do quite a bit of work on this, so we need to. Oh no! Did that yesterday. I put it in the ground, and it was quite pretty actually. Right. Okay then. So I would say about there. Yeah, we may be at different levels. I do realise we may have to do quite a bit of. And we may also find the odd bit of wood like we just did there. Oh, yeah, and that, it will disappear. Yeah, I've seen that before, and on the old farm countryside as well as here. Yeah, the very first time I saw it on Rizu Forest, and there were tree things on the ground, I really was like, oh, is this actually going to work or is it not? And it does work, definitely. Now then, let's... Ooh, yeah, I was just thinking out loud then, yeah, it's field shape. We need to sort of steer clear of the trees quite a bit, and if we have to chop the odd one down, I will do. We don't want to go too close to the road. I did say about that tree that we would leave that, so we're leaving it. Yeah, but it is going to extend this. It is the smallest field we've got. In fact, on the fields, I've called this the small original field or something like that. So yeah, now that we went a little bit low there, we might actually put a bit of grass back. I think I've gone a little bit too, yeah, strange there. Yeah, I have definitely. Right, so then yeah, seems to be a little bit of wood there. I think I missed a bit of a tree. Now then. Yeah, so you can be the deciding force on which one we stick with, basically. I'm going to do a few pilots on both, and then I'm going to literally let a show of hands be the deciding factor on which one we stick on, because I can't, it's not fair. I want to get back to Saxthorpe and the White Farm and Zilonka. Keep those. That's the European map now. Is that a? It is. Oh wow! It's only like a surface piece. Yeah, but because I can't really do. I've already done that, and that's what got me into trouble a few months back, and it took me ages to get me out of that mess. By yeah, no, we can carry on with that one again. I'm going to leave the few stones that are there as well. I don't know that I didn't see any, but yeah, I'm not. Right, let's unfold. We should just about last with this with the fertilizer. I think. I don't think somehow we'll be using a ton and a fifth to actually do that bit. But it will make. Yeah, it has. I can see. Yeah, it's quite a bit of difference. Doesn't look actually that much out of level, but we shall see. I always think this is really the deciding factor when you do this, because like we've just seen on the field over there, there's a little bit there near the olive garden that I'm going to probably regrass, because that's not going to work. We might need to bring the big tractor, which seems a funny thing to say when you consider this is a big fence. But yeah, I mean the really big 500 horsepower tractor, because this is 431 horsepower. It's a strange amount, that is, really. But it's also got track, so it's not quite as cut and dry as just the horsepower. Yeah, it has got quite a bit of pulling power, really, due to the fact of its setup as well as an amazing ability to turn around. Ooh. Yeah, we need to turn around a little bit. It is quite amazing. Now also I'm going to drag that water. I realise that I hid there ages ago. Yeah, just like that. Well, I suppose we could actually do something about it. Instead of ignoring it, we could... Yeah, this actually chops quite well. Like that. Fantastic. Job's a good one. Yes, I'm looking forward to Sri Lanka. I really am. It's very different for Giants to be doing that. It's quite strange. I've got to be honest. It's not everyone's cup of tea. The Polish maps I've loved. I've done quite a few. Not done one recent. Oh no, I did. Balkanska. Yeah, Balkanska. That bit of the I thoroughly loved doing it, and it was it had no season support. No, not no season support. It had no precision farming support, which I almost didn't do it for that very fact. Ah, there is another bit of wood. Right. But then I thought I really liked the idea of this. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Apart from obviously at that point lots of mods went wrong, and then obviously, well, I pretty much finished it, to be honest. That one was, of all of them, Higher Richlands was one that got the worst battering from it, because yeah, it affected all of the Let's Plays, and Kevin and Marty both said, oh, you know, we understand, let's just crack on, let's do another map, and that, we moved on to Neverland, and I don't regret that at all. I thoroughly loved that. In fact, it was a record-breaking map, really. Yeah, we broke... I never thought I'd ever would have topped Rombos Road. Although once I saw all the straw and thought about the silage, I thought, I think this is going to seriously be a contender for Rombos. Even though there were different sort of types of map, and sure enough, I was right. Oh, the reason it's not showing is because you've not scanned that field. This is true, actually. I had forgotten about that. Let's just quickly go and scan it. Now then, I don't know. I think, yeah, whether the fertiliser will actually be classed as... Whether this will still work now, I'm not sure. We should have a look. It does always seem very unfair to me when you literally use your fertiliser and it takes it off. You'd think it wouldn't if it didn't work, but hey ho, it is what it is. Not bash into that. Yeah, this we will scan it. That is true. See, I'm really chuffed with the layout. Obviously, we've got some medium fields that are all right, good, and then we've got some super fields, which is this one and the one next door, and then we've got some terrible fields on the one below. So yeah, it was a right mixed bag. I'm glad it's not all, you know, but I mean these fields here, these are tremendous, really are. Right, so we go and send that back. I'm expecting it to be low, but that doesn't mean it is going to be. Ooh, 182. That's a bit. No, that was the right one. It is. It's all loam. Amazing. So fantastic soil on both of these two top fields. This entire band here is all pretty much loam. So I don't regret to come up here. I mean, even those at the bottom are fairly good. I think field 21 is going to be pretty much nearly all loam. But yeah, the two fields we bought are loam and sandy loam, which is good. And obviously silty clay, that band there, which is surprisingly expensive, is also the worst one we've got. Which is quite a joke really that it was the most expensive bit of land. You'd have thought this would have been the expensive bit of land, and yet this was the most reasonable of the lot. So yeah, a little bit. Now then, moment of truth, let's have a look. Has that carried on with the fertilising, or did we lose out? That's all I want to know. So it does allow you, if you scan, to keep your nitrogen. No, it is still good. It's not, maybe not like as good as the other, but it is still good. It's nitrogen. It's not orange. It is green still. So pH is, yeah, we will correct that. I might say I'm not going to, but I did say if the farm is going to suffer because of my actions, then we're going to do it. So we're going to do that patch at the very least, and we're going to go through till September morning. We're going to save it. I'm going to go out and come back in, and we're going to see if we can switch seasons off once we've got the crops growing. Yeah, that is the point actually. Let's have a look at this window to see. It was quite green. Yeah, the sunflowers, those sunflowers are really green, whereas those sunflowers, they aren't. So it'd be very interesting. We may have to keep seasonal support off until we've harvested those ones. I can't see that any other way for us to do that, or I might actually, I suppose we could do what we did before, and that is to switch it speed time up and see what happens. Yeah, we are on auto. Yeah, that we might do that, so we sort of best of both worlds, just to see if this actually will. So yeah, you can see the difference, and that's what I'm saying, but it's still the healthy green that we've got. As it says, okay, we're not in the minus, we're still almost perfect, almost, but it's not going to affect anything. Our lime isn't deficient. That's the way that I always look at it with liming. Yeah, the nutrients are there that it needs to be at its best. Right, let's stick that back in there. I do love that toolbox by Zero Auto. I think I found a favourite tool. I love the realism of it, if I'm honest. Yeah, it might not be perfect. It might have a few little tiny, not be quite right, but I love the fact it's so realistic. You can literally take it with you and it will sit exactly where you leave it. I think it's a game changer. Another one, a bit like the AGM pack. I love that. That's a bit of a game changer. Not always best. It's not always best for bales, as I found out when I was using it. The big backhander is definitely the king of bales. Definitely, it is the best baler of the two of them. But for pallets and normal things, and obviously the ability to stack onto then the AGI. Is it? Oh, let's have a look, because I always confuse myself with this. So it's front loaders. I always get confused between the two. The AGM. Yeah, the AGI pack is the belt system. The AGM, yeah, that one there by Eric Isaac Agro Mods is a game changer, in my personal opinion. It really is. But again, yeah, that doesn't mean to say that the big backhander is ousted, because it isn't. For actually baling, hand and bales, it really is second to none. It really is. So we've done that. So let's pop over to. Now then, we have got some work to do. If I remember rightly, I've got to take the manure, which we saw increase hugely, as well as we saw no milk being produced. So I am scratching my head a little bit at that one. I am a little bit confused on why we've got no milk. But it is what it is for now. If it carries on like that, then obviously I am going to... Right, so then, this is probably going to struggle with this. Yeah, it did last time, but I think what we'll do is I'm going to go into a brief time lapse, because I don't want this to be a monster session. Yeah, we've got all of this to do, the slurry and that, and they're both producing a lot. It's going to bring in a lot of fertiliser. Now, I'm surprised at this, because as I said, really, I didn't know why this would affect what we're doing. I've got a mod that was always on, really. that affects the amount of manure, but we had that on already. So I was right with what I said originally when I did the testing on this, that it does affect manure and slurry too, and we've seen that in a massive, monstrous way because of what we've had for months before this. We've not had any bursts where you'd think, oh yeah, it's going to be double the amount or anything like that, so it is a bit strange. Ooh. No, it's just when it hits that other side. So I am going to say my words because we've got at least 2 or 3. Is it worth it? No, it's not. It's going to take 5 minutes really to rush over here. We might let the big fence charge over because this is a bit of a struggle for this really, for the Kramer. But obviously all of the tractors, the big tractors, are over this side, including the... I suppose we could have actually grabbed the truck. This could probably easily do this because, as you can see, it's not much of a hill, but it's not managing it. It is trying to tug 20 tons though, I've got to be honest. It's not really built for this, so do I expect that? It's not 20 tons, is not a snippet, it is quite a lot. So yes, I think we're going to leave this in almost, yeah, well, it's no seasons, which I do apologise for in a way, but it was the only way I could see we could get out of the situation, because otherwise it would have... I've seen what's happened on this before, and again, I'm not blaming Agres. This, I think, is down to crop rotation. It did a weird thing on Agres before, when crop rotation switched on and then off one time. I can't remember the reason. Right, let's drop this. Yeah, and let's stop that following for a minute, because it's just too slow. It is. Right, ooh. It's hard enough for this really. This is a bit of a stretch for this. Yeah, so this is going to bring in quite a lot of cash. Do we need to... I think we've got one more day of the sodium hydroxide down making at the soap factory, so we're alright until tomorrow morning, but we will need to rectify that next session. Yes, I don't want anything slipping really. Wow, this is struggling as well. Do you know something? Yeah, let's let the big fen deal with these, and we'll take the empty ones, which we can quite easily manage, back. Which for some reason I stopped its engine. Yeah, so this is going to seriously mean that we're producing an awful lot more. Yeah, the fertiliser on this, we've not really been bringing in that much because it was little amounts, whereas really now this is seriously going to bring in some... I mean, we were relying almost completely on the soap factory and this, but this is going to really up our cash from the fertiliser business quite considerably. So I'm just saying that now before it actually happens. Yeah, because I just want everybody to realise that that's the case. Now then, water. Yeah, I want to see the water, because I know we did quite a few things a couple of sessions ago. But I'm not sure. 142, so it's gone down 120 odd tons. It's still got plenty of manure in. Which actually we do, that's right. Oh. Why is that? Oh, because it probably did that when you weren't watching. We're going to stick one load in there, the other load we're going to stick in the distributor. Because... Oh no, haven't we put some straw in? We did, we put one load in our straw to manure. It's got 100 tons. Ah, that's why it only would accept that. Yeah, is that? Yes, it is on. So that... Ooh, okay. Is that full? Oh, of course. No, I was forgetting. Yeah, the distributor's going to distribute to everything that needs manure. So it may well actually have put quite a bit into the production shed. Yes, it has. Oh my life. Okay, well that explains why that's full. So we need to stick some... That is quite hilarious actually. Oh, it is. It just goes to show how... Right, now then, I believe it's where the porthole is in the floor is where this needs to go. and then we'll go and get another set of this. The slurry is now of great input because we've only got that amount of slurry, so we'll stick that 20 tons. I think this is about the same again. So then let's grab the other, that Fent can grab this, and we'll grab the Kramer, which we do still need over that way. Yes, I've thoroughly enjoyed the equipment that we've got on this as well. It lent itself to the Let's Play. It really did. I've got to be honest, without these big tractors, I think this would have been almost an impossibility. Right, so yeah, I think there's at least another one, maybe another two of these. I think what we'll do is we're going to run over, grab... In fact, let's have a look first. Let's just have a look. I'm sure there was quite a lot of slurry. Yeah, there is. 53 tons. Wow. Gordon Bennett, that is amazing. Right, so we really seriously need to stick this in. That is going to make us an awful lot of money. That's 73 tons. Right, yeah, I think we are going to go into a time. There's still quite a lot of work to do, really, and this is going to speed things up if we do this. Really, if I race over and race over and race over, because there's quite a few things. So I am going to say my words. Ooh, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. right, that is that little bit done. It is. I think that's everything. No, let's keep that going. And we'll keep that going. And how much did we get? I know we've got quite a bit still. I thought, I'm not going to fill this now. We're just going to empty it, because it's not that its capacity is ever going to be reached, but we have got plenty of that in. I topped that up, as you will have seen, so that should pretty much be total. Yeah, it is 47 tons out of 48 for the straw, 58 out of 58 for the food. Still no milk. So then, yeah, we've still got no seasons on just standard base game growth, because I think it's the only way we're going to get out of this, and I think it's the only way probably we'll be able to literally get this one that's a little bit late harvested. Otherwise, if we switch seasons back on, I don't think that one would finish. I think it would either wither or whatever, because it's not quite going to finish in time. I just don't want to risk it, basically. So yeah, we're going to sleep through till tomorrow, and I say I do really expect there to be quite a bit of income if we've got it switched on. I can't remember if we've got it on selling, but yeah, that's also going to seriously, yeah, push that manure around wherever it's needed. That's, yeah, there's manure is full everywhere, so the manure's doing fantastically. That's doing well. Obviously, we've seen about it's not overdone. It's only 5 tons a day, but it's a constant 5 tons a day. This is about 12 tons a day. The sodium hydroxide will probably run out by morning, but it will do what it's got to do. Everything else is good. This is also ticking up nicely now. We could sell, but I'm going to let these, I think, go up to a couple of tons. It is a slow business, it is, and it could be a better business if we had done it with the bigger woodyard. But do you know, I've got to be honest, I like to try new things out. The woodyard isn't awful. I'm not trying to say it's small scale, and it is a matter of scale. If you want the Blue Dragon, it's a high scale, high output. It is a big yard as well, whereas this is a little one. So again, it depends on what you want to simulate. I didn't really want the woodyard to be the main thing on this one. Obviously, we've got none of that because, yeah, somehow we're not producing any milk. So I'm hoping that by morning we will produce some milk. So then let's go through till the morning, and that's where we're going to leave it. And it is 9 o'clock now. Yes, I am expecting a bit of a bump on the what we sort of do on that by morning. I would imagine we're going to sell quite a lot of stuff. Obviously, the milk, the dairy's not so much, but the fertilizer's going to more than, yeah, I thought as much. Seriously thought. Look at the food. It went down 55 tons. And the straw likewise. Gordon Bennett. We're only 50 animals. I've got to be honest, the enhanced animals, it's... I don't know that you can keep up with it. It's just stupendous. I mean, but like, in a not necessarily a good way. I mean, you can't keep up with the food. I mean, we know it is that. So there's no mod clashes, there's no update off giants. All we've done is switch the enhanced animal thing on. Again, I mean, I do know that the research that... I cannot for the life of me remember the gentleman who told me about clipping that thing, but and yet I'm not oversteering by much, really. Yeah, where are you going with that? You're not going to take that to feed the animals. That's not a good idea. Yeah, I mean, this is getting quite... We were topping up a little tiny bit. No, milk. Did we have any milk? That was the thing that I didn't... No. So... It's a little bit odd. In some ways, it's devouring the food, producing absolutely no milk, and the slurry likewise. Am I going to keep it on? Absolutely not. I don't mean it funny. I'd sooner produce 7 tons of milk. So although that, obviously, I don't know why this is. Do we leave it on for 1 more month just to see if it's sort of like, and again, it could be mod clashes, but then again, I'd sooner have a little tiny bit of milk than I would not have any. But I think we'll give it 1 more month just to see if it's going to take a bit to settle down or whatever. I mean, yeah, I mean, that was literally full. That's why we've got a little tiny bit left. I mean, that is like 4 or 5 of these. In fact, that is a point. I think we ought to go grab the 70-tonner. It's way too much. Mind you, this is tomorrow's. Yeah, it is. This is next session's job, really. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, it is true. But I do think we will drag the 70-tonner across. So we've got the Rebel. I think that was in yesterday. We've got the high density baler, the square baler. But we've already got a baler and the Anderson, so you wouldn't do that. Flatbed trailer. Never had that. And were we, I mean, it's for 25,000 odd, if it was like, yeah, would I go for it? Probably not. And we've already got our TPS, which is probably as big, if not bigger, plus it's got ramps at the back. So, are we going to buy it? No, but I am glad I've seen it. I know it's there. It's, yeah, I just, we're a little bit spoiled, so there's absolutely nothing in the sales. We're not buying any more fields. The one thing I am, well, we've got growth over there. We do need to do the weeds, though. I can see that already. Yeah, I can see the weeds, definitely. So we need to be doing that. Next session 2. I would imagine that the grass, which we'll go and see, yeah. Now, the sunflowers look to me very much like they're going to be done next month. CP3, which is the corn, is going nicely. But the other sunflowers are still in the, I would say that is about second. So there's still quite a few stages before that turns really deep green. And obviously we have got growth on the others. So I think we're going to, unfortunately, for the first time in a long time, I don't know, with it being September, if we switch seasons on, I don't seriously think we're going to actually do, we're going to do it. So we're going to keep it off. For once, I'm going to keep it off seasons because I don't want, for what happened last time at Agres to actually happen. Let's just go and have a quick look at the grass. I would say, I think this is the, yeah, also we would be the last cut. Yeah, this is ready to cut, so we'll do that this session 2 or over the next cut. I think there's a time lapse coming up because there's a lot of work to do. Yeah, we've got the grass to do, and do we, that is the point. It's a bit of a shame in a way, but we can't do, yeah, I mean, I bought that fantastic and I was looking forward to using that, but obviously then came the dilemma of we're going to be going into, how's the point, how is the fields down the bottom doing? Yeah, then obviously I said I was going to get the 9 metre and I was on about the Colossus, but we've now got the money to buy the Colossus, which is a shame because I would have liked to have run with this, and also we did also have the smaller header which I was going to go with the corn. But to be honest, if we're buying the Colossus, it seems probably a good thing that we'll buy the Colossus, which is a shame because I do like the one we have got, which is the Forshrit. I do like it. Obviously, it couldn't do what this could do, but we have got the money for this. I think we'll just go for that monster as is, and we will do that. Oh no, we just want. Oh no. Yeah, we'll do that. Triangle, no. Pipe, long. And we're going to, I like the colour. Yes. And we are going to buy a special header for actually. Yeah, we're not buying the actual one for the Colossus. We're going to buy the, oh, that's a point. Does that? I don't think it still does. Yeah, we was going to go for X Collect. I don't think we can afford. Yeah, the one I was going to go for is the X Collect Special one, which is the sugarcane one. But that's not so, yeah, that's not really so close. Oh, it does everything. I don't know that it does. No, that's, yeah, it's just one of those things that actually does that. So no, it doesn't do that. Wow. We could buy that one for the corn. I think we will. Which means we can also afford that for the sugarcane. Which leaves us with very little money, but we were completely set up for what we needed to do. So I'm hoping that we can afford, I think we can afford to feed the cows for the day. And we also know, now the one thing I am going to say, maybe a bit, mind you, we get tick-ups through the day as well. We could also sell, I'm a little bit upset about that, because we were having butter, we were having milk every single day, and now we're not. Not for the income side, but obviously, I mean, that's, wow, barley, we've not done barley seeds. And there's plenty of, right, so that's fantastic. That's going to go through there. Birdhouse, we could sell those. I think we were, the one thing I'm looking at is, I think, we've still got quite a bit of sodium hydroxide. I think we just need to, now that's the thing that's going to cost us the most, but we can still afford that as well. Yeah. So although we earned a fortune, we've just blown it all. And we're down to 24,557. But it's the last piece of equipment I think we're going to need for this. And it is a shame, because I would have really liked to have used this. It's just, as I said, I can't use it for that type of thing. And then I was beginning to think, I think we're going to be able to do that and earn that. The one thing is, I would like another shed as well for the planter as well at some point. But yeah, I'm pleased with the farmyard. I really am. Overall, I'm quite chuffed. It's a collection of sheds, which I think on something like this, that would probably be quite true. We need to do the weeding as well. So we have got the sprayer. How much? I think we've got plenty of herbicide as well, if I remember rightly. Yeah, 45 tons. I don't think we're going to really run out. So we will be doing that. Let's have a look at all of that before we escape and leave this. Oh my life, there is a lot of withered crop. So then weed, there is weed on those two fields, quite a lot, but not the bit that we ploughed, which is true, obviously. So I shall be weeding those two, herbicide in those two fields, and I think that is the last bit of actual work we need to do, really. It's just a matter of waiting for the harvest to come in. Which, as I said, I'm going to leave the harvest. I would like to finish this Let's Play. I mean, we have run a massive session, long, but I think we're getting to the point where we're doing this proud, really. So we're not talking that this is ending tomorrow's session or anything silly. I've got 12 days to end this. I wouldn't mind if I did run in a little bit. I don't want to cut this short where it's silly. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm probably going to get the 70-tonner across like off camera, because we're going to need to do that. And sheep, we just need to remind the bales, I think. In fact, we probably just push them onto the slab of concrete, and that would probably be, wool's doing well. That'll do nicely. Fantastic. I would say that's probably all of it. Yes, it is. We've had births. Wow, fantastic. I'm glad I came over. So we've got, fantastic. Now that's strange, because the enhanced animal mod, it's almost like it's not working properly. It's doing the slurry and that, but it's 2, so it was actually last month. It's not doing any males, and it really does do that. Now these are going to give birth soon. There's a lot of slurry. TMO have got enough to probably last till next time. Straw likewise. So it's I don't know if you noticed then, veterinary reproduction. That is another option. So it is sort of working, but it's not working properly. So I don't know if there's a mod that's clashing with it or what, but we're not getting milk, which obviously with a herd of milking cows is the main thing, even if you're earning a fortune off fertiliser. We'll give it one more month and then I'm going to switch it off. Truthfully, I've managed quite well without it, and although you don't produce as much milk, it's at least stable, which I like that. This kind of instability where we're producing a lot of slurry and a lot of manure but no milk is, in my opinion, that's not good enough. And it is a bit like this. Those simulations summed up really with a mod clash video that he did, and it's the bottom line is, it's what mods can you live without and what mods can you not live without. Can I live without the enhanced animal production? I have done. It's a shame. It is a cracking idea, but if it's going to clash with mods that I really do want, and there aren't many mods thinking about it, that's the script-based mods that I would wish to switch off of what I've got. So if the enhanced animal production has to be slashed, then I will. I mean, crop rotation we manage well. Is it that's clashing with it? I don't know. I would have thought so, but you never know. It really, again, it'd be one of those things where we need to switch them off, and that's what I'm saying. Can I manage without the enhanced animal production? I have done. I've managed without it now for quite a few months, and not really. I miss the realism that it would do if it was working right, but it's not. Still not working right. I mean, yeah, we're not even producing milk at all now, so that's really bad. Anyway, yeah. All that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this fantastic journey. I really am loving this. It's a fantastic map, it is. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.